for a minute
we
here?
stop here?
Yeah. Well, we got to about
Well,
Israel.
just for a second, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, with the concerns regarding the Middle East and the urgency of the speaker's race, do you think that we're going to get the speaker quickly and that they can start to move some of these issues as it pertains to the Middle East this week, 3-4 days?
We have to. I think the world is watching. They're seeing a dysfunctional democracy. This is what the Ayatollah wants, Iran. It's what Chairman Xi, when he talks about to President Tsai of Taiwan, that democracy doesn't work, and we need to prove them wrong. And we need to get a speaker by Wednesday. And the first bill on the floor is going to be my resolution condemning Hamas for these terrorist attacks in Israel.
Do you have any concerns that what's happening in Israel has been coordinated or encouraged by Russia?
Yeah, I do. Because Iran is behind this, all roads lead to Iran. Who are Iran's enemies? Russia. I mean, who are their, allies? It's Russia, China, and North Korea. They're all joining this together. So if you look at the equipment, the missiles coming out of Gaza, Hamas, they're Iranian. $100 million a year goes to train Hamas, and Hamas has gone on the offensive. And they've been training for this for a long time. And it's the 50th anniversary of Yom Kippur, and they struck.
Does replenishing Iron Dome have any effect on supply for air defense for Ukraine?
No. I mean, we have $3.3 billion in foreign military financing available. Also, the president has drawdown authority out of our current stockpiles to pull those weapons out. And we need to replenish their the Iron Dome. We need to give them precision-guided missiles. We need to give them the ammunition, the 155s.
Is there any situation in which you would support a limited involvement of special forces to get hostages out of Gaza?
There are Americans and American citizens. We have to work with the IDF. We have to work with the Israelis to get them out of there. I'm worried that we have now probably 10 Americans killed, how many more hostages, and the number is going up with 1,000 people total killed, 2,200 injured. And right now they're in the phase 1 of going in to destroy command and control. And number 2 phase will be going house to house to root out the terrorists, as Netanyahu has ordered them to do. And that's going to be very time consuming. And it's going to be very dangerous and very bloody.
So would you support, does the United States have a role in getting Americans out of Gaza?
Yes, and we do have Title 50, our intelligence capabilities over there to assist the Israeli military to get them out. Yes.
Can you give us a sense for what's happening in this conference meeting right now?
Well, I think, again, I said the world's watching what's happening, and we need to come together and unify behind a speaker. And I think there is a general consensus that they want that. I would prefer to have that vote within the family before we go to the floor and not have a repeat of the 15 ballots. I think that just projects weakness, and every time you project weakness, you invite aggression. And we've seen that after Afghanistan. We see it with Russia and Ukraine. We see it with China and Taiwan. And now we're seeing it with Iran and Hamas and Israel.
Do you think Congress needs to pass supplemental funding for Israel?
Yes.
Do you think any chance that's tied to Ukraine funding?
I mean, that's one of the options I hear. There's also Taiwan, China, countering China being tied to that. Border security would be a big part of this. And so, but if we don't have a speaker, we can't put anything on the floor, and we're paralyzed. And I think that's a strong message that regardless of your differences, we need to come together and nominate and elect the speaker so we can move forward as a country in a very dangerous time.
Do you think the conference understands that urgency?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think those 8 members who voted to oust McCarthy understand that urgency?
If anything, doesn't demonstrate more than Hamas and a terrorist organization funded by Iran invading Israel, if that doesn't wake up the members of my conference, then I don't know what else would.
Was that the overwhelming understanding in conference?
I think so.
Was there any anger expressed towards those 8 who voted against McCarthy?
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little
Yeah,
bit?
but I think the question is, some are going to throw McCarthy's name out, and then Scalise, and then Jim Jordan. I think by and large, people will accept the will of the conference, but getting to 217, that's going to be the issue.
When it comes to supplemental, do you think you will do that before the November 17th, when the CR runs out?
Well, I think with respect to Ukraine, if they run out of funding, if we withdraw out of Ukraine like we did it in Afghanistan, we're just going to invite more aggression, project more weakness, and make the world a more dangerous place. So,
Do you think it makes it harder now that Kevin McCarthy's name is in the mix? Now that there's 3 candidates for everyone to coalesce around?
I do think the McCarthy supporters would probably rally behind one of the other two if it meant unity within the conference for a speaker. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.